What's up, everybody? And today we're checking out massive Russian assault that didn't go as planned. This is by United 24. I haven't watched one of their videos in quite some time. The footage that this channel gets is absolutely phenomenal. I will leave a link down below to United 24's video. Please go over there, give it a like, give it a subscribe, all that good stuff. Really important that you do that. They'll also, I'm pretty sure... yeah, they've got a thing where they're trying to raise money right now for certain things in Ukraine. I won't get into too many specifics. Maybe I'll try contact them and see what they're doing with that. I remember they emailed me a while ago about trying to raise money for something. So I'll try and figure that out, and I'll leave links down below for whatever I can. But I'm really excited to watch this. They are one of the best YouTube channels when it comes to raw footage of the action over in Ukraine. So I will leave a link down below to the original video. Please go over there and check that out. Before we get started though, check out Chug, 10% off, link down below for the best drinking vessel in the world. This thing is phenomenal. Keeps drink cold for a very long time. Handmade here in the UK by a small business. You're not going to get a better deal anywhere else, and it'll last you a lifetime. I've said this once before. I'll say it again. There are so many people buying these and email me and messaging me saying, Luke, this is phenomenal. This is something that will last me my whole life. Check them out. Link down below. Also, check out Morale, my new business. We should be getting clothing. What's the date today? The 9th in a week. We should be getting the clothing in a week. That's this. So for those of you who back the Kickstart, we should be getting that in exactly a week. And then for the drink, we should be getting it soon. I haven't got a confirmation on the date yet, but they said July, so I'm hoping it's July. And then if you didn't back the Kickstarter and you want to taste the drink or get some of the clothing for yourself, it'll go on sale to the general public around September-ish, end of August, September-ish. So check out that if you haven't already. Links down below for everything, including the Morale podcast called Morale Boost. Check that out as well. Other than that, let's shut up. Let's pull this up and let's see Ukraine destroying some Russian tanks as usual.
It all started with this group of Russian reconnaissance troops. APCs and tanks were ordered to carry out a probing attack.
And turn it up a little bit.
The APC breaks through.
I've not seen this emblem in the top left bin. Up here. I wonder what that is. If someone can give me some info on this emblem up here, that would be great.
It's right here. The tank isn't so lucky. It hits a mine and explodes. The crew abandons the damaged vehicle.
Are these all mines across here? I'm presuming they are. If so, how did they not see that?
The APCs slowly back up, not knowing what to do next. The column is paralyzed.
Yeah, they're
Flames
stuck.
engulf the tank, and artillery strikes the
Wow.
APC near the tree line. Part of the column tries to retreat. They turn onto another road and hit more mines. The recon group is destroyed.
Do you know what? There's nothing more terrifying in the military than mines, in my opinion. I think it's just terrifying. Like, we had to do all of the drills for pre-deployment training when you go to AFCON, where you got to use the metal detector, and Point Man's got to be using that. Usually Point Man has a metal detector on a shotgun, and it's just, like, knowing that you would get picked for something like that is horrendous. Absolutely horrendous.
And this is just one part of the story. Subscribe, because we're just getting started. A Ukrainian...
Obviously, if you are military, former military, anything like that, viewers' discretion, be advised. You know, this is obviously going to be sensitive stuff, so just be aware if you former military, former you know, first responder or police or anything like that, and you're susceptible to thinking about past traumas, don't watch videos like this. All right, just keep yourself safe and keep yourself keep looking after yourself, okay?
Recon drone spots a large column of Russian vehicles.
Wow, that is a large column. Why are they all gaggled up? Why are they all gaggled up there? Look at that. Basics, guys. Basics.
Large column of Russian vehicles. Coordinates are sent to the nearest artillery battery, and fire is initiated.
Boom. Basics. They're all panicking at this point.
Here, cluster munitions are used. These prove very effective. One of the enemy tanks is hit.
Jeez.
A Bradley, along with an assault team, arrives at the positions under Russian attack.
These Bradleys seem to be doing absolutely amazing out there, don't they? I think someone told me the other day that they're probably the most successful bit of kit they've had out there in a long time. If not throughout the whole war, it might be the most successful bit of kit, the Bradleys, because they're just demolishing. They're demolishing.
The infantry dismount and head to assist. The Bradley covers them with suppressing fire.
In the
Most of the enemy
trenches.
forces are already near the defensive line. Here, we see that instead of using mine-clearing tanks, the Russians begin using APCs to clear the path, which does not end very well for them.
Wow.
The mines slow down the Russian advance and give Ukrainian artillery time to strike.
Look at them going off the path as well. Start going off the path, you're going to get hit. That's the
Bradley
terrifying
also
thing.
supports the defense, having brought in reinforcements. The enemy fires an RPG at the Bradley,
Oh!
but it has no effect.
Just brush it off. Just brush it off. It's a surface wound.
Vehicle stays mobile. It
Nice.
continues to do its job.
They're good bits of kit. I feel like we should do a video dedicated on the Bradley and just learning more about this absolutely beast of a machine, shouldn't we?
A recon drone detects another enemy column approaching from a different flank. One Russian soldier spots the drone and opens fire. Watch how the Russian
Did this all happen within the same day? Also, why are these vehicles going in opposite directions?
tanks weave. They're trying to complicate their movement to confuse the Ukrainians.
Interesting.
But in order to take these positions, they'll have to get through more tree lines and minefields. The first tank is stopped.
Even being point man in a tank is nasty, isn't it? Absolutely disgusting. It's almost a guarantee that you're gonna get hit, isn't it? It's just a matter of when.
A second tank tries again.
It's gonna go around them. Bad idea.
Fails.
You can see the mines. You can see the trails of mines here. We've got two different trails right here. And so the moment he starts going, are the visuals that bad out of these vehicles? Are the visuals that bad?
Artillery immediately targets the stalled armor. The resilience of the Ukrainian forces in this video definitely deserves your like.
Jeez.
At this point, dozens of Ukrainian FPV drones are already in the sky. A large Russian column, having crossed the minefields, reaches the final stretch. They use smoke screens and various tricks to keep moving. In this section, Russian tanks and APCs are vulnerable. The Ukrainian infantry, still active, fires.
One got downed by the looks of it right here. Let's watch that again. Ooh!
The Ukrainian infantry, still active, fires anti-tank guided missiles. A tank clears the road of the mines.
Is that snow? Is that why it's all white? What is that? Or are we looking with infrared here? Why? No, we're not, because we can see the visuals of the explosions.
This hit may turn out to be decisive in the battle.
Oh my god, look at the cluster
These
munitions.
are the first Ukrainian positions.
Okay.
An APC previously hit by an ATGM blocks the road, making it easier for Ukrainian artillery to strike.
Wow.
One Russian
It's almost as if like they're just all over the place, these tanks, because they're panicking and they don't know where to go.
APC tries to maneuver around the obstacle and hits a mine. Russian vehicles are under constant heavy fire.
Look, it's like they don't even know what they're doing. They're just going back on themselves. They're all over the place. The mines are here. You can see them. You can see the trail along there and the trail along here. It's gonna get hit again. There you go. Goes again. They're just going straight into
panic,
him.
another APC
There it
tries
is.
to push forward.
You can literally see the trail there right behind my head, and he went straight over it.
There's
Mate.
no way through.
I mean, you gotta have. Maybe the visuals are just absolutely dreadful in these tanks. But if that's the case, like if it's a case of we're going through blindly, in my opinion, I'd have someone with their head popping out, being like, "Don't fucking go that way. Go this way. Move around this way."
Part of the column turns back and retreats.
Munition, cluster munition again.
The
Wow.
stalled APCs explode.
Absolutely obliterated.
The Russian forces regroup. They prepare a flanking push. The second wave begins.
One of them's gonna get
One
hit.
APC hits a mine.
Literally, every bit of footage is just a tank getting hit with another mine. It's insane, isn't it? How many mines have they put? They must have put out millions of mines at this point. When this war is over, which I hope it stops soon, even though it's been going on now near 3 years. They're gonna have to do one of the biggest cleanups, and there's gonna be lives lost during the cleanups.
A tank tries to go around it and also explodes.
Done.
Only 2 targets remain on the field. The last Russian breakthrough attempt must be stopped.
That's the thing. If they don't get hit with mines, then it's FPV drones or something else. Like, there's just so many ways to get to down these tanks now, or at least disable them. There's the drone. Boom. Down to numero uno. Oh no, there's 2 left here. I think it's just a different angle of the same explosion, isn't it?
An APC charges ahead instead of retreating. It misses.
Yeah, he's basically said, I'm the last one. I might as well just give it all I've got. We know it's going to end here.
The minefield and hits it head on.
There it is. Wow. Oh my God. Did you see that bit fly off the top? Watch. Boom. It's up here. Holy. And this side over here. That's insane. Yeah, they're mashed potato in there now, aren't they?
Leopard tanks are actively
Basically a Vitamix, isn't it?
supporting the defense. They've been striking Russian vehicles since the beginning of the assault.
Oh my God, look at that unit. Wow.
The Russian commanders throw their remaining reserves into the fight, but it all ends once they reach the minefield.
So this is the same field. You can see this big field here where they were doing a UE earlier on. And there was a massive, where is it? Round here, there was a massive line of mines and back here somewhere. And so they've obviously tried to come away from it here, but you can almost see this line here where there's still some mines. They're just going to get hammered.
That's the end of this Russian assault. Russia used 2 brigades and over 100 vehicles and failed to reach its objectives.
Wow, over 100 vehicles and they all pretty much died. Wow. That's an insane day of fighting. Like, that is incredibly successful for Ukraine. But just think, like, this is happening on a daily basis over there. This is not an uncommon thing. This happens all the time. The amount of equipment and people just being slaughtered over there.
The result, dozens of destroyed tanks and APCs. Let's take a look at several more Russian assaults.
I like that they do this. They're saying that they're using some reconstruction to make it work. I do like that they're doing that.
Tanks leave
Gives
the
better
staging
visuals.
area, Their mission is to break through one of the flanks. It all begins with shelling of the target sector. Part of the column, under cover, is already at the forward line. Now they're in the open.
There's 4 of
A
them.
tank, an MTLB loaded with ammo, and 2 APCs. A smoke screen is deployed.
The smoke screen doesn't look very effective from the sky, but on the ground, I've seen smoke screen for vehicles on the ground before when we were doing training, and they're definitely effective.
A shell hits the tank from above? What was that?
Oh,
The Ukrainians use a javelin to stop the assault.
oh, a javelin! Wow. Aren't javelins like $500,000 a pop to shoot? Isn't it something like that? Something absolutely insane like that? You gotta hope to hit for that price.
The
Oh,
crew
you
reacts
can turn
instantly
around.
and runs to the
No.
MTLB.
Everybody
but moments later,
retreat.
it takes a hit to the side. This
Oh
looks
my
to be the work
God.
of a Ukrainian tank firing arc shots from behind cover, guided by a drone. The advance is halted.
Yeah, no shit, it's
The
halted.
Ukrainian artillery uses cluster munitions. A bomb-dropping drone releases explosives, and an FPV drone hits the tank.
There's literally no escape. Even if they got out of them vehicles and went for a run, the cluster munition would have got them. There's no foliage, there's no nothing. That's it, they're doomed. They're literally doomed.
The MTLB bursts into flames.
Let this be a warning. If you're in Russia and they're saying that you should be going to the front line to fight for Russia, if you're a Russian citizen watching this stuff and they want you to go fight, you're thinking about don't do it. Don't do it. Don't be silly. You'll end up in one of these things. Do you know what I mean? It's not a just war, and it's not worth your life.
A powerful explosion. Another drone drops more
Oh, there it
explosives,
goes.
and the tank's smoke canisters detonate.
Whoa.
The assault is over.
That's it. Easy as that. It's crazy how quickly it's over as well, isn't
This
it?
assault was doomed from the beginning. The enemy loses its first APC before the fighting even begins.
I mean,
Then-
look at the field. Look at the state of the place. There's just holes everywhere. That's heartbreaking, isn't it?
A tank hits a mine and explodes. But the order is no retreat. And so they push forward into the open. After taking return from the Ukrainian forces,
One of them's going to hit a mine again. This is what's going to happen. One will hit a mine, the other one will get hit by a FPV drone or a javelin.
they turn back. The previously disabled tank is now in flames.
Oh, you see that go flying in the sky again then?
Taking another route, a Russian tank drives into a mined tree line.
Classic. The other one thinks, you know what, I'm more lucky. If I drive around it, I'll be fine. Probably gets hit as well.
An APC makes the same mistake.
Literally, you could call it a mile away, can't you? They're not switched on. They're just not opening their eyes and seeing what's going on here. Gotta use a bit of common sense, haven't you?
FPV drones strike the immobilized APC,
Yep, FPV, you're stuck in the middle of absolutely.
and the tank is consumed by fire.
You're sticking out like a sore thumb after the tank in front of you has been hit. They're gonna send something else to finish you off. You've got to do something. You can't just sit there. You just sat there.
One more breakthrough attempt. This time, 3 APCs push forward.
Mine.
A drone dives
drone
into the
this
second
time.
one. A direct
Drone.
hit.
Nice, okay. Looks like it doesn't do much, though.
The lead APC charges ahead and hits a mine.
It's insane.
At first,
It's insane that they're still throwing the same tactics at the wall to think that it's going to work without realizing that, you know, the same thing's going to happen. You know, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me thrice, shame on me again. Fool me 4 times, shame on you, because that's just too much.
it's covered in smoke, but then it bursts into flames.
Wow.
Now it's the rear vehicle's turn.
Here comes the... I saw the shadow. I saw the shadow. That's terrifying, isn't it? Drones used to be exciting. You know, oh, cool, I've got a drone. I can take pictures from the sky. I can fly it really fast. Now you hear that noise. If I'm out in the town and I hear the noise of a drone, I'm like, what's that? What's that drone doing around here? Is something going to happen? That noise of a drone has turned a little bit haunting, hasn't it now?
A direct hit. Another one.
Another one.
The APC is destroyed.
Yeah. Surprise,
the assault
surprise.
has failed.
Let me guess. Russia sent 2 more. One gets hit by a mine. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see if I'm right.
Here's how the Azov unit responds after spotting an enemy column.
Oh,
The
here we
Russians
go.
sent 2 APCs ahead to scout.
One gets hit by a
Their
mine.
goal is to reach the village and dig in. They're already on the outskirts. Drones take over. After the FPV drone strikes, a bomb-dropping drone follows
Wow.
up.
One's got to get hit by mine. It's like standard procedure. It's
One
like
APC
SOPs for
is
the...
stopped.
It's like the Russians have in their SOPs. Listen, okay, 2 of you are going to go ahead. One of you at some point has got to hit a mine. It's just what we do. It's our specialty.
The other pushes forward. Here is the first APC, now
Wow.
set on fire. The second one reaches the village,
Oh, it made it.
but it can't get past the mine barrier. A Ukrainian tank moves out.
At least it stopped.
Drones
And...
continue their attacks.
Yeah.
The APC enters the tank's kill zone.
Boom. Just sitting ducks. Is it just going to sit there and be like, oh, we can't get past these mines, so we'll just sit here instead? Like, what? It's common sense.
The Russian APC detonates. This breakthrough is stopped right at the village.
Here comes the drones.
A drone drops explosives and scores a direct hit.
Wow.
The second APC hits a mine.
Hits a mine. Classic.
A strike drone with
Classic.
incredible precision hits the tank.
This one's got a tree on the front, thinking it's going to stop it from being hit by a mine. Oh, here comes an FPV. Where's his...
The assault fails.
Obviously, I'm obviously on the side of the Ukrainians here, right? Obviously. But I'm also on the side of humanity in general, and I don't want people to unnecessarily die. You would think that Russians would be like, this is not working. This is obviously not working. We need to change tactics. It's bizarre, isn't it? This is the same thing, rinse and repeat over and over. They send out more, one gets hit by a mine, they finish him off with FPV. Send out more, one stops because it sees a mine and decides to just take a nap while it gets hit by something else. Rinse, repeat, same thing.
This Russian tank leads the next wave. The full column includes 2 tanks and 3 APCs. Ukrainian
guess.
troops are ready for the assault.
You can literally see the mines, watch. You can literally, look, line of them right here, line right here, line right here, line here. So if he's not going to get hit by one over here, he's going to get hit down here somewhere, and he ultimately gets hit in this line
Troops
here.
are ready for the assault.
Boom. Like, common sense.
Here is the first result.
Wow.
The column comes to a halt.
And they sit there. They have a ponder. They have a think about what to do for half hour. They make a cup of tea, take a little cheeky nap, and then they act.
One APC reverses onto a minefield.
What an absolute shit show.
Another is struck by an FPV drone.
Because it's sat there doing now.
The Russians decide to retreat and hit even more mines.
My days.
The enemy is confused and doesn't know what to do. One APC takes a wide turn, trying to escape the trap.
Right onto the line of mines. There it goes.
It utterly fails.
Unbelievable.
It all starts to look like a scrapyard of destroyed Russian armor.
Wow.
The assault is a complete and total failure. That's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
Absolutely fantastic footage, as usual, by United 24. I will leave links everywhere down below for whatever I need to do. It says that they're trying to raise money right now. Let me look on their website. Yeah, let me pull this up real quick. They're trying to raise money right now. They're actually doing really, really well. So I'll leave a link down below for this as well. And you can check this out down in the description if you want to check that out as well, guys, okay? But United 24, friends of the channel, they're absolutely phenomenal. Can't recommend them enough. Link down below. Also, check out Chug, 10% off. Link down below. And check out Morale. Other than that, I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.